It's raining again. If you live out in eastern PA or maybe somewhere else in the world, in the US, maybe you've had a lot of rain recently, but man, we have just been getting pummeled. And it came down like cats and dogs, raining cats and dogs earlier today. Crazy thunderstorms, big lightning strikes. It was nuts. My daughter was scared. It's kind of fallen off a little bit, but you can see it's raining here on the window. And it's crazy because the week before, actually about 2 weeks before, we had a tornado come through. But it's definitely dreary and just kind of depressing. So hopefully we can get some sun here. And what's crazy too is before the rain hit, it was hot. And now we got this, so at least it'll cool off a little bit. But the markets today, wow, we finally got a little bit of red. And isn't it weird when you have so many consecutive green days in a row, that first red day that you get, especially if you've just been nailing trade after trade after bullish trade, and you get that flip, it feels awkward. It feels a little like, what is this? I'm so used to the market just going up and up and up. And I could say that even after some time, it's still a little bit disjointing to see that flip happen. And the crazy thing is, it wasn't even a massively bearish day. The SPX was only down a little over 6 points, and you had other indexes running. The Dow Jones Industrial pushed higher. IWM got a little bit of a pop. I was trying to set up a day trade on that, and I didn't do it because I was chasing other tickers, which I'll talk about here in a second. But yeah, the bears finally got a W, and we got JOLTS data today at 10 a.m. We got ISM manufacturing PMI. The data was mostly in line with expectations, maybe a little bit off. Maybe that brought some weakness into the markets. And then you had Trump talk later in the day saying that he's not thinking about extending that tariff implementation deadline of July 9th. And he also talked about how the US isn't close with the trade deal with Japan. And so that put a little bit of weakness into the market. And we still have lots of data coming this week. Thursday, we're going to get non-farm payrolls. We're going to get the unemployment rate. So we need a lot more of a pullback than what we got. So we might be in store for some more. So that feeling of like, all the perma bulls out there, which I'm a perma bull by nature. I love bullish markets. You might have to buckle up a little bit and put your short pants on and get ready to ride some tickers down, either with a short position or with some puts, because we might get a little bit of a pullback. And that's not a bad thing, because if a bull market is going to continue higher, you have to have periods of reset. And so a 3 to 5% drop from the all-time highs that we hit just yesterday would not necessarily be a bad thing. So in terms of my trades today, I did take a day trade on Apple and didn't get the full profit target that I wanted. I got out just to be conservative and start the month out on a positive note, so was able to land that. And interestingly enough, Apple got an upgrade after hours from, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think from like 178 to 188, the price target was raised. And Apple's actually trading at 209 here post market, little bit above that. So that gave it a little bit of push in after hours. But the reason why I've been watching Apple is because it's been such a laggard that eventually I think we're going to see money start to flow into that from other tickers. One of those being Tesla, which the Musk-Trump feud flared up again today and was made public. Musk is pissed off about the big beautiful bill which was passed. because of the increase in the deficit that it's going to cause. So he's been outwardly critical about it. And Trump is not too happy about that. So he fired back at Musk, saying that he's going to have Doge investigate Musk. And, you know, we saw this play out the last time. Tesla did get down below 300, and I think like 297 was the lowest that it got today. And so you've got money coming out of Tesla. All right, wow, that was a big old puddle that I hit right there. And Nvidia took a little bit of a rest today after multiple green days in a row. And we have Microsoft that has been up at all-time highs, new all-time highs that it made after its last earnings report. And that's going to be due for a little bit of a rest. So eventually, that money will flow back into Apple. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm hoping to catch one of those pops higher. And so that's why I took a day trade on it today. I was targeting the 100 simple moving average on the daily. Didn't get there, but I'm happy with the profit. And then I did try to get in on Coinbase today because it had a pullback yesterday. And then it ran this morning early. I wasn't able to catch it. And then it sold back down really hard this afternoon. And Bitcoin pulled back too. So those two are pretty closely linked. But we'll see if Coinbase gets a bid. It did go on a pretty big run. But, you know, those were the tickers that I was watching today. Apple and Coinbase. I also have my eye on the trade desk because that has shown a little bit of momentum. It had that big push off of its earnings and then just kind of sold down there for a while, created a bit of a bull flag pattern. And it got a nice push today too, so I got my eyes on that one. And so, yeah, just rain, a little bit of rain. Doesn't hurt anyone. Just like a little bit of a pullback doesn't hurt anyone, right? We need the rain for things to grow, and we need those red days in the market for our profits to grow. Can't just go straight up, right? So what else is going on here today? Tweaked my shoulder a little bit, so that's hurting. So we're pushing it pretty hard yesterday in the weight room, Edmund and I got a little tweak going on here, but we're gonna smash through that. Oh, so let me share this with you. Just something, a side note here. One of the most inspirational videos that I've seen in quite some time. I love the exercise, love to work out. Huge David Goggins fan. There's a video out there. I think it's just Google Asian Goggins. And it's this guy who has a YouTube channel, and I believe it's called Find 404. But this guy undergoes this transformation that is just insane, where he's out of shape. He's at like 40% body fat. I don't know how many pounds overweight, and goes on this 100-day challenge where he works out like David Goggins for 100 days. Mind you, that workout is running 12 miles every day and lifting for 45 minutes to an hour every day. This is a guy who was doing no running. And I'm not going to tell you anything else, but when you see the transformation that this guy made over that 100 days, it's incredible. So go check that out. I'll actually put a link for that in the show notes here for the second episode of Driven. But yeah, check that out. I probably watched it like 6 times so far because it's that inspiring. So I'm trying to still get after it here at 44 years of age. I'm not trying to slow down. I don't want to slow down. So you gotta stay in good shape, good health. So please check out that video. It's got like 9 million views, something like that. So Asian Goggins said, send me some love from your channel. Man, our creek, look at this creek here. You guys can see it. Look how high it is. Look at that, can you see? And they said there's gonna be some potential flooding coming in here today, but Yeah, that's it. So me and the youngest driving back here, and gonna wrap up the second episode of Driven. Like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. Daryl, thank you for your comment yesterday. You said you have a shirt that goes along with the hat. So love some Cameron Haynes, and I'll see you next time, guys. Probably be tomorrow. Have a great night.